stare before the fight starts.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Flint, Michigan, she is a three-division, undisputed champion of the world, Claressa Shields. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Bray, Ireland, she became the 8th boxer in history to hold all 4 world titles, a 2-division world champion, and an undisputed women's lightweight champion of the world. Simply the best, Katie.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Hey, those punches add up. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And they're looking in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
How did they not see that uppercut coming? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Claressa Shields is in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Nice counter shot. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You were thinking, you were smart.
Just be smart. Just get your shots off and...
Good work. Don't forget that jab. And don't get carried away. Think
only one round that you've lost, so don't even worry about it. Cast it from your mind. You switched off completely. Get your mind back in the game. That's a terrible round.
keep her on the end of the jab. You're getting your timing already.
You've let her back into the fight. You are much better than this girl.
Start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary up a little bit. She can't figure...
Hey, John, get your boxing back together and put it back.
Don't go looking in there for one shot at a time.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
And blow it now.
Son, she's hurt. She's ready to go. She's finished. But you've got to be smart.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Lucky that hook didn't score. The greatest female perhaps of all time, is in trouble of going down. And now they're right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Talk about Shields in that last round. It has not been going well for her, and you can see the corner is starting to get... Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure in.
When you're trained to fight a swarmer, you've got to focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Got out of the way of that right hook. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Larissa Shields just got clipped. Talk about Shields in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on.
Get focused.
On to the 4th we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That left hook just missed. You believe what we are seeing. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Can't land the jab there. Back and forth they go. Can't score with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Out there, and we make sure the next rounds are good.
Ping in there for one shot at a time. Just set her up, you'll take her out.
I need you to switch back on. Get focused, get your mind back on the job like we trained. Get back out there and win the round.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
Perfect counter shot. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. It's bombs away. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Perfect counter lands. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They both want the knockout. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, things certainly aren't going her way. She's been on the back foot. She's got to
get here and blow it now.
On to the 6th round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Tried to score with a jab. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
They missed with the jab. For the weary. A perfect counter shot. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on.
Okay, I'm happy. I like it.
Here comes round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. She got clipped by that counter. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Good counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. She got clipped by that counter. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They exchange punches. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Has to be careful for that. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Shields in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Wicked work. I love that. I love that. That jab slick.
Into the fight. You are much better than this girl. You're much better.
You were thinking, you're smart.
Round 8, and we're off again. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. This is a high-octane battle. Punch, counter punch. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Nice counter. You'd like to see more jabs. Does well to block that left jab. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Clarissa Shields is in trouble. talk about shields in that last round. Well, the corner can't be happy with the way things are going for her right now.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
There's the bell to start round 9. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about shields in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
I like that.
Back and just box her. Just be smart.
Don't want you to load up. Don't go looking in there for one shot at a time.
Win the round.
We've made it to round 10. She's coming off a fantastic last round. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin of a pickpocket.
How about that time counter shot? The straight right just misses. That left hook misses. Incredible work rate. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these 2 boxers, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Good punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Shields in that last round. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of inspiration, a different game plan, something to turn this thing around.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Already. That right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just
To go back out.
That's start 11. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That hook's blocked. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That uppercut just missed. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. That uppercut doesn't land. Did you see that? Clarissa Shields just got clipped. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse.
Who thought we would have made it to 12? Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Missing with the hook. Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Clarissa Shields is in trouble. Down goes Clarissa Shields. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. One, two, three, four. Give me your ball.
I'm not sure about the judges on this one. A split decision win.
A split decision, I've enjoyed that. I actually forgot the rounds rolled by. The rounds were that close, they flew by. But what excitement. I could watch another 15 rounds of that. They probably can't do it, but we can watch it. Split decision, good call.
I'm a Russian, I'm a fighter. I am everything you fear. Ask your questions, I'm the answer. I'm the whispers in your ear. When the lights start flashing for you, expectations loud and clear. I'm a Russian, I'm a fighter. I am everything you fear. It's the prize I envision, nature of the beast. No collision in the cage. When you visit it, get the leave in the distance and it's sacred. Your expectations, hope you made your reservations. Till I land and you face it. What you tasting? Advertise and display it.